Equus cabalis, or in layman terms, horsies. Big and beautiful, strong and bold, yet gentle enough that a toddler can pat them without fear. But would you believe that in 2022, this gorgeous girl was set to be slaughtered down in Mexico? Well, that's when LSO stepped in and gave her a second chance at life.
Nestled in the Green Mountains of Brattleboro, Vermont, LSO Equine Rescue aims to provide a safe space for neglected, abused, and unwanted animals.
When I found this property, I thought it was perfect for what I wanted to do. Had enough land, was really bare. All of the stuff that we've put here is stuff that we've built for the most part. We had the space to be able to expand and kind of make it the dream that I was looking for. I always wanted to basically have a place where I could not say no to bringing home a rescue animal, whether it be a dog, a cat, a horse, a donkey, a mule.
Horses, donkeys, chickens, goats, even turkeys? I've never patted a turkey before. That's right, turkeys.
So this is Duke. He's actually one of our newest rescues came from a kill pen in Pennsylvania. So that on Duke right there is what's called, so it's a freeze brand, and they do it for standard breds when they're younger. And so that number you can look up on the standard bred registry and it'll show where, when he was born, his previous owners. So the standard bred community, they really do try to track what happens to their horses.
Walking around, you can really feel the love Annie has for these animals, and the love they have in return, and not just for her, but for one another.
One thing I do find is they seem to trauma bond. So ones we've saved at like the same time, even if they didn't come from the same situation, they just bond strongly with each other. Like these two here, these guys over here. Oh, you just pushing everybody around. The idea of rescuing specifically horses and donkeys came to me about 3 years ago when we rescued Penny, and then it just kind of spiraled from there. And now we have 12 currently on the property between equines, donkeys, and mules.
For many, this is their last hope, including Penny, a 6-year-old mare rescued from Texas.
Penny, we rescued her. I saw her actually posted online at a kill pen in Texas. And so what they'll try to do is they'll usually try to sell them for a higher profit than the meat price before they ship them to slaughter. They're shipped alive in a pretty crammed, packed trailer, and then they're slaughtered for their meat. I think it was about like 2 days or so before she was supposed to be on a truck, and I put a deposit on her and rescued her, and then had her shipped to a quarantine barn in Pennsylvania. And then it took, about 30 days or so to get her back here after quarantine and everything. And that was in September of 2022. And then in February of 2023, she popped out lucky in the field in the middle of a snowstorm.
So not only did LSO rescue Penny, but as it turned out, Lucky was being rescued as well.
Lucky really helped open Penny up to us. Like, she started to trust us more, which was awesome. Because still up until that point, we weren't able to handle her. She was still basically wild and didn't want anything to do with humans at that time. So this was a horse you couldn't touch, you couldn't get near, and she's one of my favorite success stories. And now we have the two of them here, and they are just very sweet and lovely and love attention and humans now. And they have a really good kind of happy story for that situation.
While visiting the farm, their newest resident arrived. Traveling nearly 7 hours from Pennsylvania and a life of labor and abuse, Thor was arriving at his forever home.
Yeah, it's a good gentleman. You're a gentleman. Such a good boy.
Neglected, starved, scarred, forgotten. Too often, this is the story for these creatures.
Oh, he's got some ribs here. We're gonna put some weight. We're gonna make you a mash and get you some weight on you, bud.
It's heartbreaking to see what these animals go through. Treating a living creature like a machine you use, abuse, and lose. The concern was still in his eyes. The other horses, however, couldn't wait to welcome their new friend to the farm. Thor was still a little shy, but you knew they'd be friends soon. You could still see a lot of life was left in this old guy. Thankfully, he'll live out his days in peace and comfort at LSO.
So we are pretty active on social media, so Facebook and Instagram. I just started trying to do the TikTok thing. So spreading the word in that sense, sharing our posts and just our story and everything like that, what we are and what we're trying to do. And we do always, donations are always welcome. These guys do cost a lot of money. It's a lot of upkeep. And we are always looking to expand and be able to help save more and rescue more.
You never know what type of bonds and friendships you'll form when you help rescue one of these animals. For more information, please visit LSOequinerescue.com. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Happy Tales Show. I'm Tim Lawrence, wishing happy tales to you until we meet again.